So we just put the boat in the water just down at Hawkesbury River. We're going to go up the river for the weekend, do some fishing, catch some crabs. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, just parked the car. Now we're just wandering back over to the boat ramp to jump on the tinny and head up the river. Cheers. Can be a busy little boat ramp at times. So we just pulled up at Murramurra Creek and on the edge of the Hawkesbury River. Beautiful beach, national park campsite. Some toilets over there, pit toilet. But it's a great spot to camp. We'll camp here tonight. Tomorrow we're going to go up Murramurra Creek, throw some crab traps in up there. The tide's a bit low this afternoon to get up there, but we'll go and camp up there tomorrow night. And for the afternoon I think I might throw the hammock up and just chill out. We've got the tide out, so we're just camped here on the beach tonight. Just up the beach above high tide. There's camp. We've got the food box, esky, threw the hammock up, and got the swag set up for the night. So there's camp for the night with a awesome water frontage. One thing I found travelling are these standard squeeze bottles. Anyone hasn't seen them, you can carry your spirits with them, measure it out. You can have a shot of spirits. Got some rum, so I'm going to go a double shot. There we go. Couple shot of rum, perfectly measured out. And some Coke. You can have all the luxuries even though you're camping out of a tinny. Nice rum and Coke before dinner. What a beautiful evening. So calm. Awesome sunset happening. And great dinner cooking. Steak and veg again. The dinner's just about ready. Moving the rum and Coke over. Turn it off. Straight. Some veg. Sweet potato, normal potato, broccolini, corn, and capsicum. Yeah. One in the room on the plate, and put it on top. So here we are, steak and veg, all in the tinny. I'm going to enjoy it. Well, morning everyone. Had a cloud cover this morning, so hopefully it'll burn off and we'll get a nice sunny day. So we're just waiting for the tide to come up. It's still a bit low, so need to get it up a bit higher than that so we can get up the river. There's a sandbar at the mouth of the river that we need to clear before we can get further up the river. So anyway, just going for a little walk along this beach, and yeah. Here you go, in case you want to know where we are. We're in Murramurra Creek National Park. We camped on the Twin Beaches, and it's a beautiful spot. Another grassy spot just over here. Got some people here in this spot yesterday, just having a day picnic, so when I pulled up, so that's why I camped down the other end. So there you go, you can fit, I don't know, probably four tents, 4 swags, sort of in that spot. The tide sort of comes right up to here, the edge of the grass, on a big high tide. Last night it only came to about there. So yeah, again, what a gorgeous part of the world. And who would know, this is only half an hour to an hour from the centre of Sydney. How gorgeous is it? Is my brekkie egg wrap. On the banks of the Hawkesbury River. Just going to bait up some crab traps. Got some bait in there. Leaving that one. On the brim frame. That one. guys, just at Murramurra Creek National Park, and we're up Murramurra Creek. There's a couple of campgrounds up here. We just pulled into the Orchard campground, so we'll stay here tonight. The tide's still coming in and it's almost full tide. It's right up to the bank. We've dropped a couple of crab traps in the mangroves at the near the mouth of the river, and just unpacked the boat. Got a couple of rods in the water, and yeah, this is Murramurra Creek Orchard campground. So there's a table and chairs and a fire pit over there, and further over in amongst the trees is a national park toilet, so that's handy. And then a bit over here there's another table and chairs, another fire pit, and you can probably quite easily camp 10 or 20 people here. So yeah, grass is a little bit long, but it doesn't matter. It's a nice spot. So we're just going to chill out here for the afternoon and do a bit of fishing, have a swim, stay the night, and check on the crab traps in the morning. Cheers. So you are just drifting down Murramurra Creek. The tide's changed. I've just flicked in a couple of rods with some bait, and just drifting down with the current. See if we can catch anything. Well, the boat's pretty high and dry. The tide's gone out, so if it's dropped that low, there's no chance of getting over the sandbar at the mouth of the river, so definitely staying here tonight. So might have a beer while I chill out. So I thought I'd give you a quick look around camp. So I've set up over here near the table and chairs and a little fire pit. So I've got my swag there, using the table and chairs to sit and cook at. And then just over here, not far, turn the camera around, I've got the tinny sitting on the river. I left my food and esky just sitting there above the high tide mark, so I didn't have to lug it all the way over there. But yeah, I've just got the tinny pointing nose first, ready for the tide to come in, and tied onto the tree over here, and the anchor's sitting out in the river. So when the tide comes in and out overnight, then the tinny should be sitting out in the water in the morning rather than high and dry. So that way I can get going whenever I'm ready. So there's the boat ready for overnight. So just thought I'd show you what I use in the tinny, just for a small weekend trip or a couple of days. So I've just got a Dune four-wheel drive box, which is my food box and all the kitchen gear, and then I'll just use a 60 litre Evercool esky with some big ice blocks. I've got some frozen 3 litre milk bottles in the bottom of that. I think there's 3 of them in the bottom of that, and yeah, just chuck that in the tinny with the food, enough food for me for weekend, and that sit nicely in the tinny, and the swag on top. So here's a bit of the other gear that I use. I use a Drifter Stockton double swag. Just rolls it up and chuck it in the tinny. I'm a big bloke, 6'2", so it's good to have the extra room in the double swag. And also grabbed a bucket of water from the creek so I can wash my feet before I jump in bed, because I've been walking through all the mud down near the boat, so feet are covered in mud. At least that way I don't get sand and mud in my bed. So yeah, that's how I travel. So I just thought I'd show you the tide difference that we've got here today. So high tide was right up here on the edge, that top edge, that's brown, and we're still not quite low tide. It's still flowing out slowly, but it shouldn't be too much. But yeah, look at that tide difference. We're probably about easily 1.5 to 1.7 metres difference in tide. So yeah, the creek's just about empty, and we certainly wouldn't be able to get out. Just having a look back down the other way. So down there we've got a sandbar sitting in the distance. So you can see how the river dries out on a low tide. Makes it nearly impossible, or it does make it impossible to get out. Might throw the drone up and have a look. Well, good evening, it's dinner time. So tonight we're going to do some lamb, or Greek lamb wraps. So we've got some lamb steaks, we've got some wraps, we've got hummus, got some feta, cucumber, tomatoes and some capsicum. So we're going to have a Greek lamb wrap for dinner. But start off with rum and coke again, using the awesome little bottle from the Standard Squeeze. They're great for chucking in the tinny, bottom of your esky. You don't have to worry about carrying glass anywhere with you. You just fill your bottle with the spirit of your choice, in my case rum, and a whole bottle of rum fits into there, and then you get your perfect shots. There we go, rum and coke, courtesy of the Standard Squeeze. Cheers. And it's the perfect measure. So anyway, we'll get into it. There we go. One of several Greek lamb wraps that have been for dinner. Yeah, beautiful. Good morning. A little bit of rain overnight, not too much, but stayed nice and dry in the swag. Just wandering down to the water. So again, we've got a low tide this morning, so it should be coming in soon, and then we'll be able to get out. So probably wondering how the boat went overnight. We had another high tide and then gone out, so this is how it's sitting.
And that's how it is. It's sitting on the anchor rope at the front and the tethered rope to the tree, so when the tide comes in we can pull it in. And it's been floating, so it's not high and dry. Awesome. So time for coffee again this morning. Throw some water in there. Spark up the stove. Billy on. Wait for it to boil. Morning, here we are again. Morning coffee time. One thing about tides, you can never be in a hurry. Wait for the tide to go in, wait for the tide to go out. Pays to be a patient person. At least it gives me plenty of time to slowly wake up, have a coffee, have some breakfast. Not in a rush. I think our full tide's at midday today, or 1 o'clock. So we've got plenty of time. I'll probably get moving on about half a tide. That should clear those sandbars.
There we go, it's 9 o'clock and I think we're bang on low tide. You can see the rope on the front of the boat's going slack. The tide's probably just about to change, and yay, that's it, low tide. All good from here on. Tide comes in, we can go out. Check the crab traps. Hopefully we've got some beauties. We got one crab trap just up here. The other one's up near the mouth of the creek. Let's see how we go. Hang on a sec. Missed it. In the
trees. Should be just here somewhere. There it is. Nothing. And I lost it. So we didn't get anything in that one. Let's head up to the next one and see if we had any luck with that. And the float's all covered in mud. Got a big chunk, couple of chunks out of it, so I don't know if someone's pulled it in or what, but we'll pull in the trap and have a look. There's a trap. Nothing. It's been sitting in the mud too, so it's probably really muddy just there. So unlucky on that one. So we didn't have any luck on those two crab traps, so all the more reason to try again another time. So we're going to head back to the ramp and pull everything out of the water. Thanks for coming along on the weekend with us. It's been a lot of fun, even though I didn't catch any crabs. So yeah, let's motor on back and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you enjoy the content, share it amongst your friends, and we're going to make some more stuff. Awesome. Cheers.